Alright, good morning everybody. We are here with break 372, another 25 Elite combo break featuring a 25 Elite hobby case as well as a 25 Elite Priority and USA box. Our team list is Broncos, Nathan Seal, Raiders, Matthew Bars, Bulldogs, Steve Osborne, Sharks, Adam Lucas, Dolphins, Nicholas Averway, Titans, Megan Brown, Manly, Andy Lipton, Storm, Matt Den, Knights, Lisa Roberts, Cowboys, Brendan Hunt, Eels, Daryl Barton, Panthers, Dry Thornton, Rabbitohs, Dean Morris, Dragons, Warren Stoddart, Roosters, Matt Brady, Warriors, Scotty Murray, Tigers, David Taylor. Alright, we have everything over here in the background. Got our USA and Priority. We'll keep them there till the end. And case 494. Number 8, Dale Finucane for the Sharks. Morning, Matt. Let's go, box number 1. It's refreshing because my YouTube screen isn't showing that I've changed screens. Yep, there we go. We're good. It's just a bit behind. Let's go, box number 1. Morning, Jeff. Did lose my team list, there it is. Ruby Mojo, Harry Grant for the Storm, number 5. Harry Grant, parallel for the Storm. New recruit, Shabarsky for the Broncos. Dali M. Zahara Tamara for the Raiders. Nothing wrong with that, Jeff. Always welcome, mate. Bronson Sherry, parallel for the Bulldogs. Mitchell Moses in the reps. Marquis Valami Kickout for the Bulldogs. James Fisher Harris, parallel for the Warriors. New recruit, Chad Townsend for the Roosters. Marquee, Tommy Dearden for the Cowboys. Gold Marquee, Latrell Mitchell for the Rabbitohs, number 48. It'd be the first one of one this year, so I'd be quite happy to pull any, to be honest, Matt. Clint Gutherson, parallel for the Dragons. New recruit, Asaya Papali'i for the Panthers. Kangaroos in the Masters series. AJ Brimson, parallel for the Titans. In the reps, Oromi Titsel. Sebastian Chris, parallel for the Raiders. It's been done before, Matt. New recruit, Clint Gutherson for the Dragons. Vegas, Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Dylan Edwards, parallel for Panthers. Marquee, Zach Lomax for the Eels. Dally M, Brian To'o for Panthers. Ruben Garrick, parallel for Manly. New recruit, Ethan Sanders for the Raiders. White Young Guns, Robert Toya for the Roosters, number 87. Excuse me. Jackson Purdue, parallel for the Cowboys. Vegas, Nico Hines for the Sharks. Payne Haas, parallel for the Broncos. In the reps, Josh Kerr. Pink Diamond, number 41. Azali Faye for the Eels. Sharks parallel checklist. In the reps, Isabel Kelly to the Gillaroos. Golden Age, number 113 for the Rabbitohs. No problem, Nick. Always welcome. How long till you post these cards if we want to add extra single card orders? To be honest, mate, as quick as possible. But the breaks from yesterday have already started being sent. It just depends. Yeah, there's no answer to that. Sorry, James Tedesco, parallel for the Roosters in the next couple of days. So if you're going to put an order in, I would be making it quick. Otherwise, that might get skipped with the break that go out after. New recruit Carter Gordon for the Titans. Alright, that's box number 1 done. Let's get straight into box number 2. Let's make a separate order landing page to post the orders. New recruit James Schiller for the Knights. Dally M. Julia Robinson for the Broncos. In this one, not at the moment. There's a couple of... we've got the Ruby Mojo Harry Grant. Keon Kolomatangi for the Rabbitohs. Quincy Dodd in the reps. Marquee, James Tedesco for the Roosters. Jermaine Isako, parallel for the Dolphins. New recruit Matty Nicholson for the Raiders. Gold marquee, Samima Torfa, number 7. Lehe Hopawate, parallel for Manly. Marquee, Big Papa for the Raiders. Vegas, Adam Fanua-Blake for the Sharks. Reece Robson, parallel for the Cowboys. New recruit Regan Campbell-Gillard for the Titans. In the Knights for the Masters Series. Connor Watson, parallel for the Roosters. Harry Grant in the reps. Cam Munster, parallel for the Storm. New recruit, Marky Mark for the Roosters. Black Young Guns. Number 47, Bailey Haywood for the Bulldogs. Warriors parallel checklist. Marquee, Liam Martin for Panthers. Dally M and Fanor Blake for the Warriors. Patrick Carrigan, parallel for Broncos. New recruit, Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. White Young Guns, Solomona for the Tigers, number 130. Nico Hines, parallel for the Sharks. New recruit, Ben Hunt for the Broncos. Vegas, Ethan Strange for the Raiders. Junior Paulo, parallel for the Eels. Jamie Chapman in the reps. Ruby Mojo, number 5. Paul Alamotti for Panthers. Connor Tracy, parallel for the Bulldogs. Ali Brigginshaw in the reps. Last packet for box number 2. And we have a BD. Number 3. Tom Gilbert for the Dolphins. Lindsay Smith, parallel for Panthers. And that's another box, done and dusted. New recruit Clint Gufferson for the Dragons. Black Young Guns, Jai Gray for the Rabbitohs. number 145. Selwyn Cobbo, parallel for the Broncos. Zio in the reps. Marquee Upside Carousel for the Tigers. Dream Buller parallel for the Tigers. Tiana Penatani, marquee for the Sharks. Xavier Savage, Vegas for the Raiders. Braden Trindle, parallel for the Sharks. New recruit Ethan Sanders for the Raiders. New recruit Lazarus for Storm. Vegas Paul Alamotti for Panthers. Xavier Savage parallel for the Raiders. In the Knights Masters Series, Daly Cherry Evans, parallel for Manly. Jesse Arthurs in the reps. Sam McIntyre, parallel for the Cowboys. Ruby Mojo. Adokar for the Eels, number 40. Max Plath, parallel for the Dolphins. New recruit Shabarsky for the Broncos. Pink the Diamond. Lily Ann White for the Knights, number 27. Eels parallel checklist. Nice. That will do, mate. Oh, well, hopefully you get this one, mate. Marquee Cam Munster for the Storm. Dally M. Zach Lomax for the Dragons. Lamy Kickout parallel for the Bulldogs. New recruit Chad Townsend for the Roosters. White Young Guns Jackson Purdue for the Cowboys. Tyrone Munro, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Matt Arthur, new recruit for the Knights. Abby Church, Dally M for the Eels. Leo Thompson, parallel for the Knights. 3 packets left for our third box. Payne Haas, reps in the Blues. Kira Dib in the reps. Gold Marquee, Angus Crichton for the Roosters. Let me double check that number. 84. Not sure how well that's going to come up on there. Roger Tuivasa Sheck, parallel for the Warriors. And that is box 3. New recruit, Asaya for Panthers. New recruit, Saitili Tupanua for the Bulldogs. Vegas Wade Egan for the Warriors. Daniel Saifiti, parallel for the Dolphins. Posty. Dad. Marquee, Ruben Cotter for the Cowboys. New recruit, Carter Gordon for the Titans. Casey Ray, Dally M for the Dragons. Sandon Smith, parallel for the Roosters. Golden Age, number 65 for the Sharks. Joe Offengowie, parallel for the Eels. New recruit, John Bateman for the Cowboys. In the Kangaroos for the Masters Series. Bulldogs parallel checklist. Dane Gagai in the reps. Adam Pompey, parallel for the Warriors. White Young Guns, Jai Gray for the Rabbitohs, number 72. Sanoa Taruva, parallel for the Tigers. Ruby Mojo, number 51. Jaden Campbell for the Titans. Jaden Sewer, parallel for the Dragons. Number 18, Jack Bostock in the Spotlight patch. Keanu Kinney, parallel for the Titans. Marquee, Abby Church for the Eels. Dally M, Nico Hines for the Sharks. Ethan Strange, parallel for the Raiders. A Vegas, Jesse Ramian for the Sharks. Paul Alamotti, parallel for Panthers. Shannon Mato in the reps. New recruit Zach Lomax for the Eels. New recruit Jamie Humphreys for the Rabbitohs. Fourth last packet for our fourth box. Cam Murray in the reps. Sapphire Mojo, number 18. Jesse Arthurs for the Broncos. Jack Whiten, parallel for the Rabbitohs. In the rep, Samai Matorfa for the Jillaroos. Marquee, Stephen Crichton for the Bulldogs. Storm, parallel checklist. Let's go with box number 5. Emerald Mojo, number 10. Terrell May for the Tigers. Jesse Arthur's parallel for the Broncos. Well, that's what I haven't done yet for a Monday, is Top Tipper. We'll do that as soon as we're finished here. Daniel Saifiti, new recruit for the Dolphins. Pink Diamond, Sarah Togatuki for the Tigers, number 10. Cameron McInnes, parallel for the Sharks. New recruit, Zach Lomax for the Eels. Vegas, Tamika Upton in the Jillaroos. Tigers, parallel checklist. Tommy Turbo in the reps. Big Tino marquee for the Titans. Vegas, Dane Laurie for Panthers. Panthers, parallel checklist. New recruit for Manly. In the Blues for the Masters Series. Jake Trbojevic, parallel for Manly. In the reps, Tamika Upton for Jillaroos. Ruben Cotter, parallel for Cowboys. New recruit, Saitili Tupanua for the Bulldogs. Ruby Mojo, Jaden Sewer for the Dragons, number 28. Ryan Madison, parallel for the Eels. Marquee, Joseph Tarpanay for the Raiders. Reps, Lily Ann White. In the night again, number 127. Joey Johns, Masters Series, SIG. Tom Gilbert, parallel for the Dolphins. Dally M, Jerome Hughes for the Storm. Marcelo Montoya, parallel for the Bulldogs. New recruit John Bateman for the Cowboys. Marquee Isabel Kelly for the Roosters. Kalen Ponga, parallel for the Knights. New recruit Jamie Humphries for the Rabbitohs. Dally M, Keely Davis for the Roosters. Jai Arrow, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Second last packet for the box, number 189. White Young Guns, Clayton Polalo. Parallel Luke Metcalf for the Warriors. Reece Welsh in the reps. And that's box 5 done and dusted. New White Young Guns, Ethan Sanders for the Raiders, number 2. Nice low one. Raiders parallel checklist. In the reps, Jack Whiten. Sapphire Mojo, Renato Molitalo for the Sharks, number 12. Lachlan Galvin, parallel for the Tigers. New recruit Lazarus for Storm. Parallel Bradman Best for the Knights. Marquee Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. Vegas Matthew Tomoko for the Raiders. Campbell Graham parallel for the Rabbitohs. New recruit Matt Arthur for the Knights. In the Knights for the Masters Series, Hammer, parallel for the Dolphins. Zali Faye, a reps. White League Sensations, number 88. Jerome Hughes for the Storm. Jack Williams, parallel for the Eels. Ruby Mojo, Joseph Tarpanay for the Raiders, number 36. Victor Radley, parallel for the Roosters. New recruit Jazz Tavega for Manly. Dally M. Yasmin Clydesdale for Knights. Brian Totter, parallel for Panthers. Patrick Carrigan in the reps. Marquee Keezy Apps for the Tigers. Is it just the Hughes and Grant Ruby so far for Storm? Yeah. Jason Saab, parallel for Manly. New recruit Sanua Taruva for Tigers. A Vegas Liam Martin for Panthers. Whoops. Oh, Thomas Duffy, parallel for the Cowboys. In the reps, Ivania Polite. New recruit Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Golden Age for the Broncos, 117. Christian Tubelotu for the Dragons. 3 packets left for box number 6. Marquee and Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Dally M. James Tedesco for the Roosters. Jaden Campbell parallel for the Titans. New recruit Hohepa for the Sharks. Alright, let's go. Pink Diamond, Keely Joseph for the Broncos, number 8. There you go, you can open some packets with us. Dragons parallel checklist. New recruit, Aden Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Emerald Mojo, number 5. Selwyn Cobbo for the Broncos. Bo Fermor, parallel for Titans. Vegas, Julia Robinson for the Gillaroos. Adam Reynolds, parallel for the Broncos. Olivia Koenig in the reps. Marquee, Herbie Farmworth for the Dolphins. And our Spotlight booklet, number 50, Dylan Edwards for the Panthers. Jamal Fogarty, parallel for the Raiders. New recruit, Stefano Utakamanu for the Storm. New recruit, Daniel Saifiti for Dolphins. Blues in the Masters series. Apsai Coruscant, parallel for Tigers. Reps, Daly Sherry Evans. Halfway through box number 7. Vegas, Isaiah Yeo. Fletcher Sharp, parallel for Knights. In the reps, Keezy Apps for Gillaroos. Parallel, Luke Brooks for Manly. New recruit Jerome Luai for Tigers. Dolphins Ruby Mojo number 3. Scott Drinkwater parallel for the Cowboys. Marquee Dallin Wateen Zalesniak for the Warriors. Dally M Olivia Kernick for the Roosters. Zio parallel for Panthers. Dally M Alifiana Campiera for Titans. Marky Mark parallel for the Roosters. 5 packets left for box number 7. New recruit James Fisher Harris for the Warriors. White Young Guns Benjamin Takura for Broncos. 153. Jerome Hughes parallel for Storm. Jamie Chapman marquee for Titans. Jesse Ramian parallel for the Sharks. New recruit for Manly. Connor Watson in the reps. And that's box number 7. Dally M Lauren Brown for the Titans. Big Papa parallel for the Raiders. White Young Guns Carter Gordon for the Titans, number 47. Herbie Farmworth parallel for the Dolphins. In the reps, Julia Robinson for Gillaroos. In the reps, Lauren Brown. Marquee Tommy Turbo for Manly. Titans parallel checklist. Pink diamond, Brooke Anderson for the Sharks, number 59. Adokar parallel for the Eels. New recruit Carl Lawton for the Cowboys. New recruit Blaze Talagi for Panthers. Vegas Chanel Harris Tavita for the Warriors. Damien Cook parallel for the Dragons. Parallel Matt Burton for the Bulldogs. Marquee Payne Huss for the Broncos. Black League Sensations, number 9, Jerome Luai for the Tigers. Wade Egan parallel for the Warriors. New recruit for the Dolphins. In the Blues for the Masters Series, Broncos parallel checklist. Angus Crichton in the Blues. It's not over yet, Andy. Give us a chance. Isabel Kelly, Vegas for the Jillaroos. Aden Fanua-Blake parallel for the Sharks. It's not looking good at the moment, but we've still got 4 and a bit boxes to go. We've got the Knights Masters Series SIG. Mitchell Barnett, Ruby Mojo for the Warriors, number 1. There we go. Terrell May, parallel for the Tigers. New recruit Lewis Dodd for the Rabbitohs. Sapphire Mojo, number 12. Roger Tuivasa Sheck for the Warriors. Jack Cogger parallel for the Knights. Marquee, Jesse Southwell for the Knights. In the reps, Kalen Ponga for the Knights. Dally M. Joseph Tarpanay for the Raiders. Cody Walker, parallel for the Rabbitohs. 2 packets left for box number 8. New recruit, Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs. New recruit, Asaya Ayongi for the Eels. Alright. Box number 9. Leaving our last box from the case, as well as our USA and Priority Box to go after this one. So 4th last box for this break. New recruit, Sanua Taruva for Tigers. White Young Guns, Harry Hayes for the Bulldogs, 117. Isaac Tago, parallel for Panthers. Kennedy Sherrington in the reps. New recruit, Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Sapphire Mojo, Sam McIntyre for Cowboys, number 11. Roosters parallel checklist. Bradman Best, marquee for the Knights. Gold marquee, number 21. Nico Hines for the Sharks. Xavier Coates, parallel for Storm. New recruit, Hohepa for the Sharks. Blues in the Masters Series. Tyrell Sloan, parallel for the Dragons. Ben Hunt in the reps. Tillaroos, Taryn Aiken in the Vegas. Andrew Fafita, parallel for the Titans. Amoli Olaka'atu, parallel for Manly. New recruit Carl Lawton for the Cowboys. And Dali M. Tiana Penatani for the Sharks. Dolphins, parallel checklist. New recruit Cooley for the Dolphins. In the reps, Yasmin Clydesdale. Getting towards the end of box 9. Clinton Gufferson, marquee for the Dragons. Zach Lomax, parallel for the Eels. Vegas, Chance Nicole Klokstad for the Warriors. Reed Marnie, parallel for the Bulldogs. In the reps, Jaden Campbell for the Titans. White League Sensations, number 93. Leo Thompson for the Knights. Ali, parallel for the Warriors. 4 packets left for the box. New recruit Jazz Tavega for Manly. Ruby Mojo, Sandon Smith for the Roosters, number 52. Reese Walsh, parallel for the Broncos. Marquee, Daly Cherry Evans for Manly. And last packet, let's go. Daly M. Angus Crichton for the Roosters. Kale Iro, parallel for the Sharks. Let's go with box number 10. Last box of the case. Jai Gray, parallel for the Rabbitohs. New recruit Jerome Luai for the Tigers. Dali M. Tiana Penatani for the Sharks. Angus Crichton, parallel for the Roosters. Dylan Edwards in the reps. New recruit James Schiller for the Knights. Sapphire Mojo, Lachlan Ilias for the Dragons, number 7. Halfback, that's a jersey number. Jeremy Marshall King, parallel for the Dolphins. Marquee Jack Whiten for the Rabbitohs. Gold marquee number 71, Reece Walsh for the Broncos. Dylan Brown, parallel for the Eels. New recruit Ben Hunt for the Broncos. Masters Series, Andrew Johns. Oops. Stephen Crichton, parallel for the Bulldogs. Jess Surgis in the Blues. Black Young Guns, number 113, Asaya Ayongi for the Eels. Parallel Mitchell Barnett for the Warriors. In the reps, Keely Joseph. Ruby Mojo, number 20, Thomas Duffy for the Cowboys. Milwaukee Fodawaker, parallel for Titans. New recruit and Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Las Vegas, Cameron McInnes for the Sharks. Joseph Tarpanay, parallel for the Raiders. Marquee, Reece Walsh for the Broncos. Dally M, Tommy Dearden for the Cowboys. Jerome Luai, parallel for Tigers. Marquee, Kalen Ponga for the Knights. Elias Katoa, parallel for Storm. New recruit, James Fisher-Harris for the Warriors. 4 packets left for box number 10. Vegas, Jamal Fogarty for the Raiders. Jacob Little, parallel for the Dragons. Stefano Yusukamanu, new recruit for Storm. Oh, come on. White Young Gun, Lycan King for the Dragons, number 95. Knights parallel checklist. In the reps, James Fisher-Harris for the Warriors to finish us off. All right, let's get into our USA. Stars and Stripes, Lindsay Smith for Panthers, number 37. New recruit, Chad Townsend for the Roosters. White Young Guns, Jamie Humphries for the Rabbitohs, number 175. Adam Pompey, parallel for the Warriors. In the reps, Jack Whiten. And a BD. Number 3, Paul Alamotti for Panthers. Adam Reynolds, parallel for the Broncos. And our Super Boot, number 50, Adam Dewey for the Tigers. New recruit Clint Gufferson for the Eels. Gold marquee Ryan Pappenhausen for the Storm, number 90. G'day Lisa, welcome. Not a massive break so far. We've got a Leo Thompson white and Lily Ann white pink diamond. Jesse Ramian parallel for the Sharks. Marquee Delhi Cherry Evans for Manly. Vegas Blake Brayley for the Sharks. Isaiah Yo parallel for Panthers. New recruit Ethan Sanders for the Raiders. In the Kangaroos for the Masters Series, Luke Brooks, parallel for Manly. In the reps, Zali Faye. Stars and Stripes, Max Platt for the Dolphins, number 59. Scott Drinkwater, parallel for the Cowboys. New recruit Lazarus for the Storm. Dally M. Stacey Awaka for the Broncos. Sanua Taruva parallel for the Tigers. In the reps, Patrick Carrigan. Marquee Tiana Penatani for the Sharks. Tyson Frizzell parallel for the Knights. New recruit Matt Arthur for the Knights. Vegas Hudson Young for the Raiders. Jack Whiten parallel for the Rabbitohs. In the reps, Avania Elite. fifth last packet for our USA box. Ruby Mojo, Jeremy Marshall King for the Dolphins, number 46. Daniel Saifiti, parallel for the Dolphins. Wow, not even a Ruby. I'll have to start buying teams. What did we hit for Manly? White Younger. New recruit Shabarsky for Broncos. Black League Sensations, number 36. David Fafita for the Titans. Joe Offengowie, parallel for the Eels. Marquee Gutho for the Dragons. Dally M, Jerome Hughes for Storm. Bulldogs parallel checklist. Alright. Let's do that. Let's go. Last box, our priority box. Marquee priority, Isabel Kelly for the Roosters, number 30. Master Series in the Kangaroos. Thomas Duffy, parallel for the Cowboys. In the reps, Zali Faye. Vegas, Paul Alamotti for Panthers. Victor Radley, parallel for the Roosters. Dali M. Zahara Tamara for Raiders. Wade Egan, parallel for the Warriors. New recruit Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. Priority Young Guns. Number 4, Carter Gordon for the Titans. Broncos parallel checklist. Jack Whiten in the reps. Parallel, Adam Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Priority Marquee, number 11, Mitchell Moses for the Eels. Gold Marquee, number 23, Dallin Zalesniak for the Warriors. Jason Saab, parallel for Manly. New recruit Regan Campbell-Gillard for the Titans. New recruit Matty Nicholson for the Raiders. Sapphire Mojo, number 25 for the Dragons, Clint Gufferson. Brian Tarr, parallel for Panthers. New recruit James Schiller for the Knights. Brian To'o, Daly M for Panthers. Parallel Jack Cogger for the Knights. In the reps, Patrick Carrigan. Marquee Priority, number 30, Nathan Cleary for Panthers. Cody Walker, parallel for the Rabbitohs. There we go. 6 packets left for the break. New recruit Ben Hunt for the Broncos. Nico Hines in the Vegas for Sharks. Herbie Farmworth, parallel for Dolphins. In the reps, Ivania Polite. White League Sensations, number 51, Scott Drinkwater for the Cowboys. Adokar, parallel for Eels. New recruit, Mark for the Roosters. And last packet for the break, Ruby Mojo. Christian for the Dragons, number 21. And Matt Burton, parallel for the Bulldogs. Alright, well, we have our Jillaroos cards. And we also have our Master Series cards, which includes number 127, signature in the Knights. Let's change screens and we will do our Jillaroos cards first. Alright, everyone's in and loaded, ready to go. 3 times round the merry-go-round for the Jillaroos. Number 1, number 2, and lucky last, number 3, Daryl Barton with the Eels. Alright, least but probably most importantly, that was not the one I wanted, that one is, there we go, is our Master Series signature and Master Series cards. Everyone's loaded in, ready to go again. Here we go, number 1, number 2, and lucky last, number 3, Matt Den with the Storm. Well, congratulations. Thank you to everyone for being a part of it. And don't forget to check out the available breaks on the website. Until tomorrow, that is it. That is all. Hope you had a ball. Actually, no, that's not all. We will be back live on the Facebook page with our Spot Raz if all payments are confirmed. Hopefully we can do that shortly. Until then, guys, see you all later.